Husky fans. Good to see you guys again. Wish it was on a better note, but we're here nonetheless. It's Tyler Hartung here with Kevin Dowd. We just finished up with the Bay Area schools this week. The Huskies bested Stanford 64-60 on Wednesday night, but here on Saturday afternoon they fell to the Cal Golden Bears once again, 72-59. We got a lot to show you, so let's get right to it. Mike Anderson got hot to start the second half for the Huskies as he's the beneficiary of this bounce pass from Nigel Williams-Goss in transition for the lay-in. Then it's Anderson again, this time calling out the 3-ball, corner pocket, and he knocks it down. He was 2 for 3 from downtown against Stanford. Next is C.J. Wilcox driving and drawing the attention from the defense and finding Anderson wide open at the three-point line, who promptly nails another. Anderson had 13 points off the bench. Here's a little razzle-dazzle for you as Williams-Goss finds Sean Kemp all alone under the basket with the beautiful lob pass for the alley-oop jam. Huskies trailing 48-45 now. Williams-Goss decides to do it himself here with his trademark floater, draws the foul, and one. He would make the free throw to tie the game at 58 with 3:06 left. He was quiet for most of the game, but Desmond Simmons came up huge in the final minutes, switching the baseline jumper here, and with just 6 seconds on the clock, watch as he slides off his man and gets in position to draw the charge. His teammates are fired up, and that would seal it for Washington, sending the Stanford Cardinal home with the 64-60 victory, pulling their conference record back up to 500 at 6-6. On to the Cal game now, where the Huskies got off to a quick start as Williams-Goss hit Simmons in transition for the easy bucket. And here's Nigel again going into the heart of the defense and still getting it to fall for 2 more points. He would finish with 12 on the day. Again, it's Williams-Goss trying to push the ball up the court, but Cal's Justin Cobb jumps the passing lane and gets it up to Jabari Bird for the open dunk to bring Cal to within 6 with 10:44 left in the first half. Check out Mike Anderson on the boards here, grabbing the offensive rebound off the miss here. Then collects his own miss. And finally lays it in for 2 more. Beast mode. If there's one play that could sum this one up for the Huskies, it's right here as David Kravish soars over everyone for the tip slam. Yikes. The Huskies never led in the second half of this one, and a big part of that was C.J. Wilcox's struggles from the field. The Huskies' leading scorer was 4 for 12 overall and 0 for 6 from downtown, as he finished with only 8 points, well below his season average of around 19 a game. Not too many bright spots for the Huskies in this one as they dropped their first home conference game of the season to Cal 72-59. And we're back. So there we see beat Stanford on Wednesday night 64-60. Dropped the one to Cal this afternoon 72-59, which is a real bummer because we got off to a really good start. We were shooting well, dominating the glass, had a 12-point lead with 6:40 left to play in the first half, but over those final almost 7 minutes, the Bears went on a 19-2 run. Kevin, what was going well for them? What was not going well for us?
Well, the big thing that stopped going right for the Huskies is they stopped making shots. And when you don't make a field goal for 6.5 minutes, things are not going to go your way.
Pretty crucial.
Yeah, exactly. And it seemed like in that period that Cal's athleticism and length kind of really started becoming more of a factor. Tyrone Wallace out on the wing just kind of is bigger and longer and can jump higher than a lot of the Huskies that were defending him. And you could see a couple of times his length surprised Nigel Williams-Goss in transition. They got a couple easy steals off that. Then Richard Solomon as well down low. He didn't really have an answer for him on the glass, or I think he shot 70% for the game.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, no, those two players just kind of started establishing themselves, and the Huskies, they didn't have much of an answer. And the turnovers also did not help.
So the trend this year for this Washington men's basketball team has been play really well at home and struggle on the road. But that definitely changed this afternoon against Cal, and Coach Alonzo Romar talked about that a bit in his post-game press conference.
I looked up, I said, we're not playing very well, and I look at the clock, the scoreboard, we're still up 8 at that point. But at that point, we got down on ourselves, and we weren't able to recover. And the disappointing thing about that is Cal all of a sudden did not go on some 3-point shooting barrage where they were just hitting everything they threw up. It was there for the taking. We didn't take it.
So that was the Huskies' first home conference loss of the season, 14-12 overall. Got 5 games left in the season, Kev. After that, it's the conference tournament. So what's the best-case scenario for this Washington team?
All right, well, I mean, of course, the best-case scenario is they win the rest of their games and they go win the national championship. I think that'd be about 15 in a row, probably not going to happen. But realistically, I mean, even if the Huskies do win their last 5 here in the regular season, that's going to leave them at 19-12 and 11-7 in the conference. It's probably not good enough to get into the NCAA tournament, even if they do that. Just the Pac-12 is deep. There's a lot of good teams, but the Huskies just don't really have those quality wins that they would need to kind of get up over the hump of other bubble teams like that. Only got to play Arizona once, which is kind of maybe coming back to haunt them down the stretch. That would be a chance at a marquee win. And obviously losing twice to Cal rather handily, another one of the conference's better teams, isn't going to help. So I would probably say that to make the NCAA tournament, the Huskies are going to need to win the Pac-12 tournament down in Vegas in mid-March, which would be 4 wins in 4 days. It's been done before, but not the easiest road for the Huskies from here on out, that's for sure.
All right, guys, that's all we've got for you today. The Huskies are on the road against the Oregon schools for the next week. We'll see them again at home next on Friday, February 28th. Big game against the Washington State Cougars, 7:30 p.m. We'll see you then, and until then, I'm Tyler Hartung. He's Kevin Dowd. We'll see you next time.